Go first mover's advantage, immediately go after Elsa, and then stab her in the fucking back.
Moose shit.
Welcome to Moose Shit, where we spout bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my cool-headed cops, Koob and Al. How you guys doing today?
Cops.
Yeah, so I put it through ChatGPT to get all these intros, and I said, give me an adjective and a noun. And when it came up with noun, it just came up with a bunch of professions. So you guys are cool-headed cops.
So you're just not being original and openly admitting to that.
I'm sorry. What is unoriginal about using ChatGPT?
Everything about it? What do you mean?
I came up with the whole CC alliteration.
Stop acting like that was hard.
Yeah, that's like saying I came up with the idea to cure cancer, but the actual cure was made up by ChatGPT. But it was my idea to want.
I think you could have picked an easier equivalent, Alex. I think that's a pretty shitty equivalent.
I don't think that was that bad of an equivalent now.
Thank you.
Just suck him, bro. Just suck him.
I think it was actually perfect.
I think Moose is the sucking sultan.
I think it's just
I don't
relating the
understand.
easiness of coming up with the CC thing to the easiness of coming up with the idea of curing cancer.
Yeah, I don't understand why every time we, compliment each other, it's always, yeah, you keep sucking him. You keep deep throating him, motherfucker.
I'm not even gonna lie. Alex is the one that always says that.
Yeah.
What?
Every time I compliment Koob, you go like, yeah, keep deep throating him. I don't think he's done.
No, I say, I don't think you've gone far in enough.
Oh, sorry, Al.
Yeah, Moose, get it right, man. Get it right.
Well, I hope you guys get these next situation. Oh, actually, never mind. How's your guys' day so far? I'll get into it later.
You already asked us that, and I said splendid.
No. Okay, is that it? Mind you, Al, you took time. And you said, "Oh, give me a second. I need to come up with something to say when you ask me how my day is doing." So yeah, that's what you came up with.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with anything.
Really? You can't talk. We haven't recorded in over a week.
Bro.
Yes.
Whoops, I've just been watching Lucifer, but I've said that before. There's not much more to report on because I can't report on it because you haven't fucking watched it.
Just report on it. I'm not planning on watching it.
Oh, really?
No. I know what the general story is. I told you what the general story was.
No, you said the show didn't get into it.
No, the show does not get into the ending. But I also don't care.
Okay. Well, none of our audience cares about Lucifer, but it's just a good show.
Opportunities to talk, and you're just not using them. Koob, how's your day going?
Just going good, bro. I'm almost done with Breaking Bad.
You want to talk about it?
Talk about good TV shows. So I think it might be the best TV show I've ever watched.
Really? Better than you, Lucifer, and a bunch of other shows?
Is so good, man.
A show that was recommended to me recently was, I think it was called Yellowstone on Peacock. You guys heard of that?
I've seen it on Peacock. I've just never watched it.
Yeah, people are saying like that's really good too.
What's it about?
Oh, it's a Western movie.
What's wrong with Westerns?
There's just a bunch of old fucks with cowboy hats on.
It sometimes baffles me how you just reduce certain genres to just the weirdest things. Oh, all superhero movies are the same. All westerns are the same. What else is the same to you?
I mean, no, I'm literally looking at the trailer or the image of Yellowstone, and it's it's two guys with cowboy hats on, one of which has a shotgun, and they're on a ranch.
That doesn't tell you anything about the show, though. Besides that, it's a western.
Yeah. I just would rather not hear a southern accent in any of my TV shows that I watch.
You racist.
How is that racist?
Because you're discriminating against an accent.
That's not a race.
An accent informs you of what the race will be. Usually. Or at least ethnic origin.
So, what's the race of Southerners?
The South. You said it in the name.
Is that a race, Moose?
It's ethnic origin.
Okay, that's not me being racist. That's just me saying is it racist for me to say I don't want to watch a Russian movie?
If it's just because it's Russian, yeah.
I can't understand Russian, Moose.
Use subtitles. Subtitles exist.
It's racist for me to say I don't want to watch a Russian movie because they speak Russian and I don't want to read subtitles.
If it's the greatest show on earth, are you going to be like, I'm not going to watch it. Only when there's full dubbing, that's when I'll watch. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, if it's the greatest show on earth, maybe I'll consider it, but not just like if I had the option between watching a Russian movie or this cowboy movie, Western cowboy movie, I would watch the Western cowboy movie because at least they speak English.
Wow.
What is that? Wow. How is that? Wow. That is a completely normal thought.
I can't believe you.
So you want to watch Squid Games in its original dub?
Probably not.
Please don't tell me you watch Squid Games in English.
I have not watched Squid Games.
What? Are you serious?
Now it's time for my confession. I have not watched Squid Games.
What were you doing when everybody else was watching it?
I don't even know. It was so popular for so long, and I kept on telling myself that I would watch it. And then by the time I was going to watch it, it was just died in popularity, so I never did.
Wow, you are lame.
I wish I can pile on.
Wait, is it dope?
With you? Yes, it is. There is a dub.
You haven't watched it either?
I have not watched it.
Oh, man. What are you guys doing?
That's because I'm comfortable watching the shows I already watch without adding any more TV shows onto it. Like, I add very little shows onto my already on my list.
But anime, right? Everyone always says that anime in the original Japanese dubbed language is a lot better than if it was English dubbed. But
yeah, because basically you get a better sense of what the emotional stakes of what they're saying is, and you also get better context with the subtitles than when they translate it through dub. But it also depends on the show.
Like, even if I were to watch anime, I feel like I would like it better if it was in English. I'm just reading a book with images, bro. If I'm listening to Japanese.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you don't know how to read.
So would you never? So you're never gonna watch Parasite, an Academy Award-winning movie?
That movie was fire.
I'm not saying never. I'm just saying a preference. Can I have a preference?
You can have a preference, but if it's stopping you from enjoying good piece of television or literature, then you should start looking at your preferences and seeing, are they preferences?
It's not stopping me completely. It's like if you guys think Parasite is the greatest movie of all time, then I'll watch it.
It's Academy Award winner for Best Picture.
Okay.
The Academy said it's a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, 96% on Metacritic, and 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm not saying
I'll watch it, Moose.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even know where to watch it. I think you have to buy it.
I just pirated it.
Yeah, I have a new movie pirating website that I used to watch Winnie the Pooh.
Wait, you pirated it? But that's unethical. And that gets us to today's topic, where we're going to actually be discussing some hypotheticals. Now we'll test your ethics. But first, I also gave you guys a task like a week and a half ago of coming up with your own hypotheticals that we can talk about. So do you guys have any hypotheticals that you want to talk about? God, my mouth.
What Disney princess would win in the Hunger Games?
Mulan.
Agreed.
No explanation needed.
Okay, I'm actually gonna stay my ground for Elsa. Okay.
Elsa's not gonna kill. Okay, so when you're talking about this, when you're talking about the Hunger Games, you have to talk about survivability and bloodlust, right? Because that's how Katniss was able to get it. She first was able to survive, and then eventually she was able to kill. But you cannot get through the Hunger Games without killing first.
Okay.
So
but also,
you tell me.
Because if it's either your life or someone else's life, no one's gonna choose your life to die. Like everyone's gonna kill. So
Not originally. When the Hunger Games start, you start off in a big circle, and a lot of people take advantage of that to kill. But when you're dealing with a bunch of Disney princesses, none of them I've really had hand-to-hand combat. That first mover's advantage goes to Mulan, who will be not only able to kill but willing to kill. So, and she also understands tactics of war. So she knows that she has to first take out Elsa, her biggest target. So boom, right off the gate, Elsa gets her head chopped off. Then after that, it's easy pickings. Next, she's going after Merida. She's the only other person who has abilities in survival. So Merida's gonna get her ass kicked by Mulan. And after that, it's just easy pickings. Who do you think is gonna go after Mulan? Do you think Ariel with a fucking fish legs are gonna be taking it down? Nah, no way. Mulan is winning 10 out of 10 times. Woo!
In this very specific scenario, when I know all of the characters' motivations and Mulan's thoughts that are going in their head, yes, Mulan wins in that scenario. But if you're going into Hunger Games, you would think that the princesses would be at least understand that this is a life or death scenario, and it's not just like, oh, pretty princesses and unicorns. Let's just all have a field day and talk to each other. If they're in the Hunger Games, they know that it's like a life or death situation, and you got to fight to the death.
That's not how that's how Disney princesses operate. They always operate by diplomacy and talking first, and then action later. Okay, that's just how they're gonna work.
There's no like talking. And the whole point. All right.
Elsa solved all her problems with a hug. Do you think she's gonna be able to kill? She doesn't want to kill. She wasn't even able to kill the asshole who tried to kill her.
In this scenario, you have to kill because that's just it's the Hunger Games. There's no talking it out in the Hunger Games.
Also, Mulan, right before the Hunger Games, each of the competitors gets to take a look to see who they're dealing with and what their skill set is. So do you think Mulan's not going to see Elsa fucking around with ice powers and go like, man, I should really come up with a game plan for that?
Yeah, but what is her game plan to counter ice powers?
Go first mover's advantage, immediately go after Elsa, and then stab her in the fucking back. Use one of the arrows that Mulan has and shoot her right between the fucking eyes. I'm sorry. Isn't this just this is an obvious thing? It's just obvious.
Okay. You win, man. You are very passionate about this.
Mulan wins 10 out of 10 times. There's no one taking down Mulan. Coob, you were pretty silent throughout there.
I just agree with you. It's just not a debate. Because Elsa's a bitch, bro.
She has superpowers. Who cares about her state of mind?
Iron Man has superpowers, and Captain America was able to take him down. Superman has all the superpowers, and Batman's able to take him down. It's not about superpowers; it's about tactics.
It's because Batman is the best superhero.
So you're saying Mulan is gonna kill Elsa simply by surprise? When Elsa, all Elsa has to do is just rub her hands and say a little magic word, and then bang, ice, frozen.
Elsa has raw power, but Mulan has tactics as the only Disney princess who has actually seen battle. She is battle tested and ready. Let's get down to
against
business.
People with zero powers, man.
I'm sorry. Did you not watch Mulan? They got the army that she went up against got buried by an avalanche and was just able to stand up. Zero powers. Look at you. Belle's going down. She's a book nerd. She's fucking getting her head sliced immediately. Ariel is useless.
But
Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty.
The whole point of Mulan? Isn't the whole point of Mulan is that she is forced to kill or forced to fight, but she doesn't actually want to, and she's just doing it for like her father. But like that's not who she actually is. Like she actually wants to do shit out of good conscience.
That's true and not true. She doesn't necessarily want to join the war, but she does join the war because of her father. But then in Mulan 2, she's still in the army. It's not like she goes like, no, I don't really want to do anything. When the emperor of China says, I need your help, she goes like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, but assuming you're talking about her act, like her good conscience and not her being surrounded in the war, her good conscience would tell her not to kill.
Why wouldn't her good conscience? Why wouldn't her good? She killed the Huns
because she was forced
to. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Because of her father. Because there was an external motivation that was more than just her desire to kill.
No, she had motivation from her father up until the fact she got expelled from the army. After that, she had no obligation to continue to help out because the battle was over. She continued to help out after that because she was ready for the war and is willing to do whatever for the nation of China.
Why are you such a fanboy, yo?
I'm sorry, I'm just ready to get down to business. To defeat the Huns.
I think Cinderella would win. Or maybe Snow White.
That's crazy. That's like
Did you say Cinderella or Snow White might win? Is that what you just told me?
No, that's man.
Worst take ever.
They're the worst. Actually, you know what? They communicate with animals.
So?
And?
Well, you can maybe control like a wild gorilla.
No.
Be on your side.
Snow White doesn't really communicate with animals. She sings to birds. That's as far as her power goes. And Cinderella is able to talk to mice and birds again. Yeah, she's not able to talk to... It doesn't seem like she's able to talk to larger animals because it's not like she can talk to the horses in those movies.
Oh, you're right. She didn't talk to the horse.
Sleeping Beauty was asleep, so she's not doing anything. Maybe you can say Ariel can talk to the fishes, but what's a fish gonna do against Mulan and her fucking bow and arrow and swords?
Or Rapunzel, she could just like use her hair as a whip, and
her hair is cut by the end of the movie. She doesn't have her hair at the end of the movie.
I'm taking Rapunzel at her long hair. She can just hang people from her hair.
Wait, what? How is that? Okay, let's say.
What on earth are you saying, man?
Let's take Rapunzel at her long hair face. Okay, Rapunzel, she has a long hair. In that movie, it also shows that Rapunzel's hair is also a detriment to her. It makes her unable to actually, move around in that great of place.
But can you imagine her just in a tower, just like looking down and just like taking people like Spider-Man, like with a web and just hanging them from her tower? And then you look at her tower and it's just a bunch of hanging bodies.
Okay, but she would need to get to a tower and also set up her hair in that way. And if it gets cut, then that means her hair loses that power. All the way up to the root. So Mulan just has to go find any point at the end of that hair, cut it, and then boom, all the power is gone.
Okay, man.
So no healing herself for there. So now she's on the same level playing field. And after that, bow and arrow.
Okay. Can we move on from this stupid ass conversation in your deep throat of Mulan?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you just didn't understand how basic logic works.
Oh my god.
Anyways, to my first hypothetical. You're at your best friend's wedding just an hour before the ceremony is to start. Earlier that day, you came across definitive proof that your best friend's spouse-to-be is having an affair with the best man/maid of honor, and you catch them sneaking out of a room together, looking disheveled. If you tell your friend about the affair, their day will be ruined. But you don't want them to marry a cheater. What do you do?
Wait, so who are they cheating with?
With the best man/maid of honor.
So, like, my best friend is the groom, and he is cheating with the maid of honor.
I guess.
No,
I don't know why you would.
No, he's saying your best friend's spouse. So, but then I would be the best man. So that means I would just be plowing my best friend's wife.
Yeah, I don't know how you're the best. I don't know how you're the best friend, and not the best man in that situation.
Yeah, I don't
let's just imagine that your best friend has a brother and they're the best man.
So then their brother is plowing their
sister-in-law or soon-to-be sister-in-law.
Wait, the brother is plowing the bride?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I would tell.
Yeah, I would tell because the best man is the groom's brother. Like, I'm not friends necessarily with him.
Okay, so let's change it up a little bit. What if you are best friend? What if you're okay? Let's say this: you've known this friend for a while. You know that in actuality, he's in love with the wife to be, and he's loved her since day one, since kindergarten. He's been infatuated with her. He loves her truly, and he knows that he can't really say tell the soon-to-be husband because they've been friends for a while. And when he asked him to be a best man, he knew that he just had to swallow his pride and do whatever it needs to make sure this wedding happens. But then one day he tells you, "Oh my God, I had drinks with her," and then one thing led to the other, and it was just sort of a mistake, a one-time thing. Now what do you do? Now do you still tell them?
Hypothetical is getting way too. There's way too many moving parts, bro. I don't know why. So you need to simplify this because there's so many different relationships that are making the fucking answer impossible to get to.
Okay, the guy that the soon-to-be wife cheated on her husband with was your best friend. You're not best friends. Yeah, you're not best friends with the groom. You're not best friends with the guy who cheated.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying, should I tell the groom?
Yeah.
No. The fuck?
No.
But you're still friends enough to be at the wedding, so don't you think you have some sort of?
So I'm friends with the groom?
I can't betray my best friend.
No, you're friends with the groom. You're not best friends with him. You're best friends with the guy who the wife is plowing.
Are they friends with each other?
Well, yeah, that guy is still the best man.
Okay, so then no, that's not on me to say. That's on him to say.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not on you to say. But would you at least try to convince the friend to say something to the?
I mean, I would. I'm not trying to convince him, but I would just tell him what I would do. I'd say, I mean, I would. Well, first of all, I would just be. If I was in your situation, I'd come clean. But I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you because that's not my job.
So loyalty to the friend is above all, even above honesty.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not being dishonest.
I mean, hiding the truth is still dishonest.
I mean,
it's not lying.
But it's not my job to tell him.
Yeah, but you're still lying by omission.
So what do you want me to do? I can't. I mean, if I go there, I'm just trying to. I'd be betraying, or like I would be devastating the guy that I'm telling, and then also just
devastating the groom.
Yeah, I know. I'd
You
be
just left
devastating the
everyone's day
groom,
up.
and then I'd also be breaking the trust that I had with the other person because assuming that they told me in confidence, they probably didn't want me to tell the other person. So then I'd lose a best friend, and then the groom would just be extremely destroyed by it.
There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just testing your limits necessarily.
Most, what would you do?
What I would do is I would give the guy who was plowing the soon-to-be wife an ultimatum. He either tells by the end of the day, or I tell the next day.
Okay, well, I mean, so you're choosing quote unquote honesty over friendship because in that scenario, it's like you're still telling regardless.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm still giving the friend the opportunity to not make me do that.
Okay, Most, what if the groom was your arch enemy? And then the
That's
best
a
man
good
is your
question.
best friend. And he's just whispering to you, yeah, I fucked this piece of shit's wife, and he'll never know.
Why am I at the wedding?
Because the best man invited you.
That's not how it works.
Why is he at the wedding?
Because the best man, is the best friend of the groom. But to you,
Okay, so then
the
I'm
groom
telling
is
the
your
groom.
enemy.
I'm telling the groom. And if he can do that to his best friend, what can he do to me then?
You're telling the groom, even though the groom is your arch enemy, your
I'm
kindergarten bully.
I'm giving the best man an ultimatum, but then I'm gonna tell the groom.
Interesting. I think I would tell the groom if I'm like friends with the groom, but I don't think I would if I'm arch enemies with the groom.
So your opinion of a person determines whether or not you're gonna treat them one way or another.
Yes.
Okay. You have a job as a network administrator for a company that also employs your best friend's wife, let's say. One day, your best friend's wife sends you a message asking you to release an email from quarantine. This requires you to open the email, at which point you discover that it's correspondence between this woman and her lover. After releasing the email, you find yourself in a pickle. Your instinct is to tell your best friend about her wife's husband's infidelities, his wife's infidelities, but divulging the contents of company email is against company policy and you could lose your job. Once it becomes plain that your best friend found out about her cheating wife through a company email, all trails will inevitably lead to you as the leak. Do you tell him about the indiscretion?
Yes. Yes, but I don't say I found it from this company email. I'm just saying I heard from a little bird that your wife may be cheating on you. Maybe you should go through her phone just to see. But that's all I'm saying.
And why would he believe you? Because going through someone's phone is an
friend.
invasion of that person's privacy.
Because I'm his best friend. Why would I randomly tell this person that I think his wife is cheating if she's not actually cheating?
I mean, I would just give him extreme hints to go, like, look into it. But I'm not saying any of the words. I'm not saying he cheated on you, she did this, she did that. I'm just saying, if I was you, I would check her emails. If I was you, I'd do this. If I was you, I'd do this. And then if he figures out, I'm going to be like, yo, what do you want me to do? He checked her emails. Like, it wasn't me. I didn't leak nothing.
Perfect. Best of both
I didn't tell him the information.
Well, wait. No, because the wife knows that you had to release an email of her indiscretion, which then it could still lead back to you then still.
No, unless
circumstantially, but not
unless he says, "Oh yeah, he told me to check the emails." Which in that situation, why would he say that?
You know what I would do? I would leave a post-it note at this guy's door or at his desk, and I would just say, "Your wife is cheating on you. Check her emails." The post-it note can never be tracked back to me.
Okay, I'm gonna change this up just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. It will still technically be the same scenario, but now you're a doctor for both your best friend and his wife. You find out that the wife has gonorrhea. You check your best friend. He, in fact, does not have gonorrhea, which thus concludes that most likely the wife cheated. Are you gonna say your wife cheated on you? It's still technically the same scenario. Just now you have an obligation to keep it a secret.
Post-it note. Best strategy.
Why in the world would she trust? Why in the world would he trust a post-it note?
Why?
If I put a post-it note on your door saying your girlfriend's cheating on you, are you just gonna be like, "Whoop, that's all the evidence I need"?
I mean, it would just seem really odd for that to happen. And I might like take a few extra steps just to see, like go through her phone or just ask her some questions where she was last night, stuff like that, because it's just a very odd thing that you would just lie about.
She was at my house. Nah, but I mean, like I said, bro, I'm clever, bro. I'll think of something to say.
But you're
He
gonna
is
say
going
it.
to figure out. I can't tell you what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say something.
Because it's
So-
proprietary in case it actually happens. You don't want it getting back to you.
So you will make it your mission to make sure that you expose the cheater.
Bro, that's not even like just about like them cheating. Bro, gonorrhea is a fucking disease, bro. Like you can't just be going around spreading your fucking disease.
Well, so
Like-
what would you do?
I have an obligation to maintain a privacy. In the best friend, in the one with the email, maybe I'll say it to my friend, but in the scenario where I'm a doctor, I have an obligation to not share it, so I can't share it. Unless they're actively hurting someone, I can't say your husband's cheating or your wife is cheating on you.
The wife is actively hurting her husband by having sex with him with gonorrhea.
No, because I gave the treatment to gonorrhea.
So that makes gonorrhea go away? Oh,
Yes.
you're just saying gonorrhea means that she had cheated before.
Yeah.
Can that not just mean like she just got it from a past partner?
Well, no, because you've been their doctor for a while. So if now all of a sudden the wife has gonorrhea and the husband doesn't, what can that conclude other than the wife is cheating?
I don't know, man. If it was some random like a random guy, like I don't know the husband at all, maybe not. But if the husband is my best friend, yes.
Bro, if it's my best friend, I'm snitching, bro. I don't care what it is. I'll find a way to snitch. Even if it costs me my job, I'll snitch, bro. I don't care.
Damn.
You're not about to snake my boy like that. You slut.
Damn. You are fiercely
Okay.
loyal.
Okay, so that's good. Let's see. You are an EMT, and you have the choice between going one of two different directions, where one of two different accidents have occurred. Now, your partner, the only other guy working there, would go to the other scene, depending on what your choice is. And you know your partner is incompetent. So, whichever place you don't choose, that person is probably not going to have a great outcome. In one direction is your best friend, in the other direction is your sister.
Oh my
If you had a
God.
sister.
Or brother.
Yeah, a sister or brother, your sibling.
I would have to go to
Now-
my sister, man. It's essentially you're saying what's more important, family or friends?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I
Is
would
there
say
an
family.
elaboration? Is there anything more on this, or is that all the information?
That's about all the information. Like the other guy, it's possible that the other guy could save the life of the person that he's going to.
Oh, so they're like about to die? You just
They're-
said they're not gonna have a good outcome, Moose.
It's been a
I didn't know
terrible
that.
accident
I
on
didn't know that
opposite
meant
sides. Of
fucking-
Yeah, so it's like your sibling and your best friend went out somewhere
Hey,
and they
then
got into some
we've
terrible
already
accident.
made this. Me and my best friend already have this agreement, bro. Obviously, we think of each other as family already, but there's an actual distinction when it's your real fucking blood family members.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing my sibling.
Okay, let's change the sibling to a cousin.
Still my blood. If it's a close cousin, then it's still my blood.
Yeah.
Second
First cousin, yeah. Second cousin, yeah. Third cousin, probably not. No.
So third cousin is where
I'll
you
just
draw
be
the
honest.
line.
There's certain like certain of my cousins, yes. Certain of my cousins, no.
True. Yeah. It depends on the cousin.
Yeah, it really does. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would choose the cousin every time.
I bet you would, Moose.
Yeah. I was waiting for that fucking joke. Shut the fuck up. Look, I would
Moose
just
is
say
a
I
cousin
wouldn't.
fucker.
I'm not a cousin fucker.
Cousin
Not a
fucker.
cousin.
Cousins.
I'm not a cousin nuzzler.
He told us
Okay?
one time.
Cousin fucker. Cousin fucker.
Shut the fuck
Cousin
up.
fucker, Moose.
Shut the
Cousin
fuck
fucker,
up.
Moose.
Shut the fuck up.
Moose, why do
I
you like
would just
fucking
say-
your cousins? Do
Alabama
That's
you
not
have
what
boys.
problems?
That's
Why do
not
you
what I'm
like doing
saying.
that?
I'm not saying that
You
though.
have issues, man. I can't believe you like fucking your cousins.
Except I'm not saying that.
You cousin fucker, you Alabama redneck motherfucker.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that I don't think I can face my family if I know that I just killed my cousin.
I mean, they don't have to know.
I mean, what wouldn't they though?
No, you could just be like, listen, I got sent to this call, and then by the time I fucking knew, they sent the jackass that I work with to the other call. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, that's why you had to get your legs chopped off because you couldn't save it in time.
Okay.
I would be
But
like, yo,
I
what
had
you
the
want?
choice.
Shouldn't have gotten the accident.
Okay. I have maybe now 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna do a really funny one, and then I'm gonna get back into the more ethical ones. So this is just a funny one. Would you have sex with a gender bent doppelganger of yourself for $100 million?
What?
That was not what I was expecting you to say.
Are you just saying have sex with the female version of myself?
Yes.
No, I'm alright.
You know,
sure?
That's weird, man. That's weird.
for how much,
Well,
Mose?
That would be
100
trippy as
million.
fuck.
Bro, do you know what $100 million can buy?
Cheap Al. Cheap ass Al. Cheap ass Al.
It's
Fuck
not.
you.
It's not necessary. It's literally
yeah,
just like it's just me. It's literally me. Just as a woman, right?
Yeah, but like you would have to stick it in you while looking at you.
That's just like masturbating with extra steps.
You're weird, man. You're
Ow.
so weird.
It's just
The
like looking in the
fuck-
mirror while masturbating. Just 3D.
Why do you always do this?
You called me a cousin
So
fucker and you're doing this
mean.
shit.
How is this cousin fucking? This is me. It's not. It's not. It's me.
The reason cousin fucking is weird is because there's someone who has a blood relation to you. The person you're fucking literally has your blood. And you're saying, well, it's $100 million.
Well, hold on. Is this like? So this is an actual? Is it a doppelganger? Or is it my blood? Like doppelganger doesn't have to necessarily mean 100% blood. It could just mean someone who really looks like me. Right?
I guess.
Right. So
Technically.
doppelganger doesn't mean it's like my twin. So yes. It's just
Oh
a
my
female who just happens to look a lot like me. Still a female, and $100 million. I would do it for less.
Can you
God,
stop?
fucking weirdo.
Anyone
I
who
do
says otherwise, if they were actually in that moment and they see the check in front of them with $100 million, they are fucking raw, no lube. And anyone
Can
who
you
says
please stop?
otherwise is lying.
Stop. Stop. You fucking sicko.
Oh my fucking god.
This guy said
Okay.
raw. No lube. No lube?
No lube, bro. No lube.
Nope.
Okay. So I think this will be a good one to end off on because it has no family, no friends. So you guys have to make just a plain decision. You are a doctor at a top hospital. You have 6 gravely ill patients, 5 of whom are in urgent need of organ transplants. You can't help them though because there are no available organs that can be used to save their lives. The 6th patient, however, will die without a particular medicine. If she/he dies, you will be able to save the other 5 patients by using the organs of patient 6, who is an organ donor. What do you do? Keep patient 6 comfortable, but do not give him the medical care that could save his life in order to save the other 5 patients, or save patient 6 and let the other 5 die. It's unfortunate, but that's not your call to make.
Wait, to save the other 5, I don't have to kill 6? Or do I?
If you say 5, you kill 1. If you say 1, you kill 5.
Yeah, I am not killing 6. They have no obligation to die just to save other people. In fact, this scenario actually sort of happened with Lucifer. I could say this now since you're not watching it. In Lucifer, so Lucifer is working with works with the police department. He works with the detective, and so one of the cases that they were investigating was a guy who sends anonymous messages to um, just regular people saying that if they don't say chop their hand off or chop their leg off or scar their face for the rest of their lives, then this random other person in college is gonna die. And so the first person that he sent that to didn't chop off his arm or something, and then that random college kid died by poisoning. And so it happened again where this lady got the message if she didn't chop her arm off, this random other college kid would die by poisoning. And the police were trying to assure her, like, we're going to find this college kid before she drinks the poison. And they didn't. She had already ingested the poison, but she was still alive. So the lady chopped her arm off. And then the guy, the criminal, um, like, he made up his end of the deal, which was that he would give the antidote. But I'm gonna be honest. If I was in that position, I would not chop my arm off. Like, I'm sorry, man, but I had no business. I had no effect on whether or not you die or not. Like, this wasn't my idea, so it's just you're unlucky. But my arm matters.
Yeah, else how are you gonna jerk off and fuck your doppelganger?
What the fuck?
Sorry. But no, I wouldn't kill the other patients just because I have an oath to uphold and the sanctity of life and not cause any harm. And me withholding medication is obviously causing harm.
I would just be like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking slow for you, but I can save 5 people if you know,
Hmm.
kick the
Yeah,
can
like
right now.
if the person was willing to die to save those 5 people, like, hey, you're a very honorable person. But if they're not, I'm not gonna make them die.
Yeah, but it's unethical to even inform them that, hey, I can use your organs to save 5 other people.
I
That's
don't
just
care.
unethical in and of itself.
I'm an unethical person.
Yeah,
How is that
make them
unethical? You're just letting them know. You're not saying that they have to.
Because
because then
then you're sort of,
you're influencing them. You're not allowed to do that, bro.
yeah.
Well,
Because
they
then what if
should.
they think what if they're like, oh my god, they're suggesting this to me. Like, are they gonna think I'm a bad person if I say no? Then what if they end up doing it even though that's not what they really wanted to do? They just did that because you said it. You said it, Alex.
Okay, but you would say it though.
No, I was joking. I wouldn't say it, bro. Bro, if that guy needs like whatever medicine and he's gonna stay alive, bro, then he's gonna stay alive because that's how the job works, bro. Certain people die, bro. Like that's how the shit works, man. If you can't get the resources you need, then it's tough luck. Honestly, it sucks, but you're gonna. Oh, it is. But if I can save this one, the way I look at it is like I can't save all 6, but I can save at least one.
True.
Instead of looking at it as like, oh, I could save 5 if I kill off this dude. Like that's pretty fucked up.
I wish Miss Weesek could have been saved.
Why do we keep bringing her up?
Rest in
At this
peace,
point,
Miss
it's
Weesack. She a goat, bro.
Oh my god!
Rest in peace, Miss Weesack, bro.
at this point it seems sort of, in bad taste that we keep bringing her up.
For real. Rest in peace, Miss Weesack.
Rest in peace, bro.
You was a real one.
Sure, rest in peace, Miss Weesack. Hope
Moose,
you have
it
a
honestly
happy.
sounds like you don't want us to give tribute to Miss Weesack.
Yeah, what the fuck, Moose? She was my teacher.
I'm fine with giving tribute to Miss Weesack, but we have given tribute to Miss Weesack in the past 3 out of 4 episodes.
Miss Weesack, bro. She
It
was
was
a goat.
important
That's
to
why.
me.
Oh my god. Okay, and this is again how we have to end it off because we are out of time. Thank you so much
Rest
for
in
listening
peace,
to
Miss
us.
Weesack.
Miss Weesack, please
Let-
come back.
Let us know in the comments if you would agree with our takes and ethical reasonings. Please go check it out. Check us out on any of our other podcasting platforms. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and every
Did you
other
guys know that
podcast that you can think of.
iHeartRadio? Did you guys know that iHeartRadio? Because iHeartRadio.
Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. See you later. Bye bye.